Fitzy and Whipper. Fitzy and Whippers.
They're not facts, they're fantastical facts. They're absolutely not facts.
Fact. Shut the fact up. That's right. We go around the room here, guys, with a snippet of information. You've got to work out who's telling the truth. Tommy,
Yeah.
do we have someone playing today?
Yeah, we will. 13 24 10. Get involved. And if you get on the air, first class and 50K.
So you've got to choose the true story out of these little bits of information.
Yeah, so the four of you have, you've each got a fact. 3 of those facts are fake, but one is true. Guess which one is the true fact.
I think you're lying, Tom. Body language is very weird at the moment. You've got your jumper around your shoulders, tied up
Yeah.
there.
Cold shoulders mean you're lying.
You look like a
Okay.
fake polo supporter or something.
Well, thank you for the feedback. Now, why don't we jump straight into it while we get our caller up and they can decide at the end. Who would like to go first with their fact that may be true or maybe it's false?
Ladies first says.
Alrighty, mine. Okay, so before she started filming Titanic, Kate Winslet was asked by James Cameron to break up with her boyfriend because he told her that he needed the feelings between Kate and Leo to be as real as possible. She said, no, I'm not going to be hit by a real iceberg, so I don't need to be a method actor. But she did agree to do screen tests with different sized doors.
A load of crap.
Screen test what for that door floating scene at the
Yeah,
end.
because think how impactful that scene is, really, when you go cinema history. People talk about that scene
What? They tried
all
out
the
different
time.
sized doors.
Because it needed to fit the narrative that he couldn't quite fit, but maybe he could have. Why is he still in the water? So it's actually a very crucial
Sarah.
scene.
Well,
Okay,
see, we
Sarah.
recreated that scene.
You
Remember
did.
that?
Wasn't
See?
funny.
Tell you what, that door could not hold with
No,
us, mate.
that
That's
door
for sure.
sunk. We both went down.
All right,
Ended up down the bottom of the Thorpe Pool.
that fact could be true or it could be false. Let's go Whipper. What do you got?
Well, this is interesting, guys. One from home, right here, Nova FM. It was originally, you didn't know this, it was originally going to be called Lift FM. How good is that? As they thought starting a new station would be hard to get new listeners, and people needed one thing in the morning, a lift in their life, and often a lift in their car. So it was going to be Lift FM.
See, but I would have thought of a lift, like
I
an
agree.
excavator,
So
like a...
is it
What?
just playing elevator music?
No.
elevator.
It gives you a
Yeah.
lift on your way to work in the morning.
Okay.
I would have thought something like Vega would have worked better, but obviously
No,
not.
they did. They did go with that.
Good on you, Matt. Do you want to go with your fact?
Well, I'm a newsman, and so I only deal in facts. So, Pete, you can guarantee that this is right. And obviously, there's a lot of focus on the conflict around the world at the moment, and why aren't the big militaries getting involved? Obviously, the biggest military in the world is American military. We know that. But did you know that the second biggest buyer of explosives in the world, after the American military, Disney? That's right.
Disney for their movies.
Because of all the Disney theme parks in the world and the amount of fireworks that they let off, after the American military, Disney is the second biggest buyer of explosives
Wow.
in the world.
That's
for their fun
interesting.
parks.
Yep.
Could be true.
No, it would also be for films, like they do all
Yeah.
the Pirates of the Caribbean and things, so they need explosives.
That is not true, MDG. You've loaded that cannon full of lies and shot it at everyone.
Well, that's hurtful.
The last one.
Continuing the theme of the commercial radio, and you know some of the weird and wacky stuff that we do, but Bruno Mars, before he got big, he actually, well, this is a big one, he actually ran a competition in a city in the US saying, if you can eat a Mars bar for Bruno Mars, you can win tickets to my gig this Saturday night. People were encouraged to upload a photo of themselves eating a Mars bar. However, one bloke went too far because it wasn't just one entry. You could enter as many times as you want. A bloke was sent to hospital after eating 112 Mars bars.
You could not eat 112 Mars bars.
You
Well, how many
could.
did you get?
12.
And they were minis, weren't they?
Yeah, and I spent the day vomiting and sitting on the toilet.
So the facts
Tough.
this morning, Sarah with Kate Winslet doing the screen test with different doors for the Titanic. Whip saying Nova was
Yeah.
originally called Lift FM or going to be called Lift FM. Matt with Disney being the biggest explosives purchaser behind the States and the Bruno Mars bar competition.
Do you know what I think?
Fits.
What do you want to back in here? What's everyone thinking?
Well, Sarah's is ridiculous.
Why?
Sarah's is quite good, but MDG, I kind of like yours.
Yeah, I feel like Matt's is.
I mean, sorry, mine.
Back here
I
up.
mean, besides mine, I'd say yours.
Let's go to Peter in Greenacre. Pete, who do you think has the true facts this morning?
Morning, guys. I mean, look, it's a tough call, but I'm going to go with Matt DeGrood.
Bang on.
Is it true?
It is true.
No way.
It is true. Between the theme parks that they have around the world, the parades that they have every night, their nightly firework display, other special events, and as Says mentioned, their movies, they buy the second largest amount of explosives behind the American military.
So Disney could help out the Ukraine.
I mean, that's the takeaway.
Wow.
That's the
Aren't they
takeaway.
saying now that drones are going to overtake fireworks, so it doesn't cost as much? You buy Disney will buy drones. They
Yeah.
go up in the air. They do the fireworks, and then
That's the light show.
Then you can come back the next night, and it does the exact same thing.
Yeah,
You
right.
don't have to keep buying fireworks.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you
right.
go. Dancing Drones says, I thought yours may have been true.
It was good, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was really good.
Yeah,
but then
I
I
bet that.
can't see them testing Kate Winslet on different doors.
Do you know what? I probably think they did, to be honest. But I did make that up on the fly.
Fitzy and Whipper.